wandering among the costs that I have made. My companions in this escapade on the edges of periphery of this promise of a better way. Though I feel that I've been here before, there's no time to wander anymore on this vessel as it carries me headlong into destiny. No longer will I ignore the man I'm meant to be. Carry me on the wings of a star. Show me the power of the universe.
People don't do that anymore, I don't think. What the fuck is going on, everybody? I don't think people do. People still hold up lighters during ballads, or just like that's like no anymore? Wow, this is exciting, isn't it? This is fucking exciting, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here with y'all. It's been a little bit. I've been enjoying my summer, doing some other stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. By the way, this is Unleash the Archers. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag a little bit here. For those of you that are following, I'm gonna give you guys some good Wavemind news. And I can tell you guys, I don't think Chris will mind. And I know that the Archers won't mind. I don't think it's gonna be like, it's a big, huge Dark Scar. Man, I remember you. I remember you for me, man, from the, I was wondering when you were going to make your way over here, buddy. I was wondering when you were going to make your way over. You're in the OG. This is like, you're an OG, man. You're an honest Amp Sim Reviews elite OG. I'm really glad. Gil, is it? Gil? Will? Guile? Will? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. You got long hair. I remember you well. And you were one of my favorites from back in the day, buddy. Welcome to finally joining us. A lot of the people from over back in the old days. In fact, our entire crew here, the entire staff here is nothing but the OG Honest Amp Sim Review Elite, Group Elite, man. And I'm so excited that you're here. Really, really nice. And I can probably tell you guys, I'm just give you guys some good Wavemind news. Here it is. Pow! Let's go to the screen. This is NAMU Universal. And I'm going to give you guys some good Wavemind news. As you guys have been aware, Chris is doing a different thing. He's done the amp suites, and those amp suites are all going to be designed to be mimicking very authentically and very realistically mimicking one amp, and that's it. And obviously there's some other things in the suite, but one thing that he's also doing is like Neural DSP has their licensed stuff, and they also have their archetypes. And like, there's the tonalities, and everybody has their signature and their other stuff going on, right? So in this case, let me turn this down just a tiny bit, folks. We got to keep some tunes going here. And what he's going to be doing is also doing tone suites. And these are kind of like to the development of the Archetype series. He's doing his own signature stuff. And I can, the first band was Echo Side. And that was the very first thing that he did for the series. And I'm happy to announce the very next, I can't talk today. The very next artist that Wavemind will be putting out a tone suite for is, well, you heard them in the beginning of the stream, guys. Unleash the Archers are coming at you with a plugin with Wavemind. I can tell you guys a little bit. I mean, that's not announced. I'm just dropping that on you guys. We're not going to put an announcement out there, so you guys are just privy to this information ahead of time. So you guys will be able to look forward to that. The other one, there's another 2 or 3 of them that he's got coming down the pipe. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Set up by yours truly. I do work artist relations in my off time, and I help a few different developers, 4 or 5 different developers with artist relations and helping them acquire signature artists and people through people and other connections that I have. And this is one artist that I brought over to Wavemind. I could not be more excited about Unleash the Archers. Amazing Canadian band. They are making some serious headway right now. Just signed a deal with Black Star Amps, actually. Very, very cool. So I cannot possibly be more excited about that for Wavemind. So the current Wavemind release, let's get to that, shall we? This is what we've been talking about, and it needed some time for development. We need to really, really figure out how this wasn't as simple as just like putting two NAMs together and, oh, well, all they did was take the open source code. I read a comment, guys. I read a comment. All they're going to do is take the open source code and give it an IR. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Negative Nancy, if it was so easy, then why don't you have your own plugin, huh? Come on, Big Shoots. Show me the plugin. So we've got a plugin here today for you guys, and this is universal, and this was not really that simple to put together. I'm going to show you guys what we've got going on here. The top, we've got the pedal profiler. This is pedal NAM. Okay, and you'll be able to load your own NAM pedals in there and then also use it with your NAM amps, which is great. If you don't want to use the pedals and you want something a little bit different, I'm not saying you shouldn't use the pedal profiler with the instigator slash the tone stack type thing we were calling it. If you don't want to do that, you can. I would actually suggest one or the other. I would not suggest rolling them all together. Now, Pedro, hi. Gil, hi. Andy, what's up? Andy Murph, one of the key folks in the development of this plugin, and boy, am I freaking hot already. Jeez, it is hot where I'm at right now, and I thought I'd be a smart boy by closing my window a bit here, guys. Hold up. Okay, we're gonna open the window a bit. Some more natural light in here. Gosh, oh, that's better. All the air. Guys, I live next to the largest freshwater lake in the entire world, and it has a breeze off it at all times, and it's actually a nice breeze on hot days, so let's do it. Next, we have the amp profiler. That is the amp NAM. We have the aggravator, which, I mean, honestly, that's just what it is. The instigator pokes it, the aggravator aggravates it. So then after that, we've got a wonderful selection of cabs that we've all thrown into this wonderful thing for you. I'm also going to be munching here, guys, because I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of came into this with a serious hunger bug, and I'm going to have to be honest with you. I didn't have much of a lunch, so we're going to have to munch a little bit as we do this. My apologies. Right now, we are rolling. My mouth full. Why don't I just riff for a minute? All right, sounds pretty good. We're going to tune up as well. Where did my tuner get off to? All right, wind is blowing things around. Wonderful. Now, I know there's some, I don't want this to come across as, I'm going to say this, I'm going to use this term lovingly, okay? When I say NAM nerds, I don't mean it in a bad way. When I say the NAM nerds are going to love it, someone actually took that as like a negative, with negative connotations. I'm sorry, but we're all nerds. We are. This is nerdy. Dudes, this is fucking nerdy stuff, and we are nerds, and it's okay. I love nerding out with this stuff, and I call us NAM nerds because I think that is about as loving a term as it's gonna get. And so far, all the NAM nerds that I know that have tried this bad boy absolutely love it. We have one bug that we're gonna be working through in the next few days. We're hoping next Friday is when, not this coming, not tomorrow, but next Friday is going to be release day. We're hoping. That's what we're going to say. That way, next weekend, we can spend the weekend seeing how y'all feel about it and how we feel about it and how everything else is going to go on. So, also, if you guys notice pops and clicks in the broadcast today, please let me know. I think I'm trying to combat it. I think I know exactly what's going on, but I'm hoping it's not going to happen too much in the stream today. Nope, that M convolution, guys, is just a very tiny, very minute amount of room verb that I just use to moisten things up. Now I'm going to take you guys through what we've provided here for you, and you're going to be able to click this. It'll take you straight to pedals. Okay. Now right here, we're going to go to pedals. We've got pedals from Fat Dracula, Metal Tune Music, Pip Priss, Scullage, and Tim R. All right, we have a lot. We have like, I think there's like 300, is it 300 megs of stuff in here? Something like that. I'm not sure of that off the top of my head. Off and through amps, we have guitar and bass. Okay. In guitar, we've got stuff from Arlington Audio, Emil Robe, Fat Dracula, Pip Priss, Sharface, Scullage, and Tim R. You might be thinking, who the fuck are these people? If you're not into the NAMM stuff just yet, well, you head over. If you just click this little link we have in our plugin right here, I'm going to cancel that. See right here, this is eventually, this Tone Hunt thing here is going to open the Tone Hunt. And what Tone Hunt is, it'll open your browser, and Tone Hunt will take you straight to this amazing page where people all over the world are actually capturing some of the best gear in the world and just giving it to you for free. And we're giving this plugin to you for free. So there's really there's going to be literally there's no excuse for bad tone. There just isn't these days. There's so much great free gear out there already. This is just adding to it. NAMM itself, by the way, is absolutely free. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys how this came about. Really, I've heard a couple people, I've seen some comments, I read things. I've seen a couple of people comment and say, we're just doing like the genome thing. Now, I want to explain that this is, number one, it's free. You don't have to be a 2Notes customer. You don't have to buy any of the, wow, that is a loud bus. Windows open, guys. It's a small place. You don't have to buy any of the 3D cabinets. You don't have to be a customer already. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. With Tonocracy as well, I've found that the UI, well, I didn't like the UI. So what me and the guys were doing, we were sitting around and we're like, you know what, guys? It's amazing. NAMM. But you know what's even more amazing? Building these cool single chains to accent NAMM. Make it sound better. Make it sound bigger. Make it sound oomphier. Make the profile, give the profiles just a little bit more life. And yes, it's kind of similar to the tone stack and the enhancer from Genome, similar, but we're doing something a bit different. I'm going to explain that to you and why that's a bit different over the course of things. So we all just said, why don't we just make a plugin? We got Chris on board, away we went, and it was a lot of fun. The development of this was a lot of fun. Dealing with the content creators and the capture creators was also tons of fun. Now I'm going to go into here, and this is the Arlington Audio PV5153. I'm going to go to gain 10 on the green channel. I'm using it with the Pip Priss, 808X that I've got right here, and I can go load, and I can just choose anything from the Pip Priss collection that I'm currently in. Pip, a member of the team here, thanks so much to Pip for giving us some rad stuff to include with the plugin. We've got the 808, 808X, TS7. We've got two mud killers. That needs to be a bit louder, guys. I'm aware. That's a bit too loud. Let's take that back a bump. Nope, 100% free, guys. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys what goes where and what does what. Now, my favorite thing about this is the aggravator. And what I like about the aggravator is the sparkle. Listen to how it sparkles. Okay, so we're going to engage it. I want to take a little bit of that oomph out of the bottom, and so I'm going to take a little bit of this comp feature. We're actually probably going to rename it Toit, is because that's kind of what this is more like a sneak effect. If you're not familiar, there's something called the Wave C4 trick, and what it is it's a multi-band compressor that is solely that you can kind of aim it right where the palm mute whoops, and it's essentially a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier tamer. And it's meant for mostly big, beefy, low end to take that and just be like, make it smaller, make it just a little bit, just kind of take it a notch, put it in check, but not compress the entire guitar single chain or sorry, the signal. You don't have to do the whole thing. You're just aiming at the whoomp. And that is kind of what we've done with the comp feature here. So with a little sparkle and a little oomph, we get the... I really like this a lot, and thank you so much to Arlington fucking Audio, man. Arlington Audio, one of the best tone hunt and one of the best NAM creators on the earth. I have yet to, yes, we're going to get into some of the issues and some of the, most importantly, the resources and CPU usage that the plugin entails. As you guys are aware, if you're aware, if you're a NAM nerd like myself and like the rest of the guys here, you'll understand that the higher quality, you're asking the plugin to do a little bit more, and it's probably going to be super friendly when you try to put it on 4 tracks in like a recording. If you're using the highest quality stuff that, you know, the really 3D extra quality, those ones still load just fine. They sound great and they'll be just fine, but I'm just saying they are going to be a bit heavier on you. Now, also, there is just the nature of the beast in running 2 different NAMs in the same plugin. There is just the nature of the beast. We were not able to trim the CPU, the usage and the resources needed any further than they already are. So they are as low as they're going to get right now. However, the more that Steve, the god himself of NAM, the more he fine tunes and streamlines things, hopefully we can go in and do the same thing and also benefit from some of that, if that indeed is what is going to happen. So very excited. Also, in the development of this, we decided we're going to put it out, but you guys can expect a major overhaul. It's very tall. It's very tall, and we have some other things that we think might kind of be cool in here, like a post effects section and an EQ and some other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate this into 2 panels, maybe even 3. We might even give the pedal a pedal graphic or 2. You may ever, who knows? Who knows? There's going to be a big update. Also going to be adding some stuff to the pack that currently is not in there. So you guys can expect that. I'm really not sure. It's going to be maybe a couple months. It's probably going to be after Chris does some other stuff that is going to be along the line of paid plugins and stuff. So pardon me. Hey, what's going on, Bo? Brain Dead. How the fuck are you? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm not going to get too crazy with the NAM, the EQ on the NAM, and that's, if you've ever used a Kemper, and I feel like sometimes this operates in a similar way. Relax, calm down. I know some NAM nerd out there just fucking flipped, sitting in his chair. Relax. Allow me to explain. What I mean is, generally, I'm not going to do too much strolling around with the EQ. If the profile is not what I want, I'm not going to try to force it and be what I want. I'm going to look for something. So I'm going to look for something else, maybe. If I go through the entire thing and it's still not for me, then maybe I can, do a little moving around. However, when I'm moving around on the EQ and like the controls on NAM, I'm really not going to go much further than, say, if you're looking at a clock, 10 to 2. Anywhere from 10 to 2, I'm pretty comfortable using most profilers, capturers, whatever it is. I'm pretty comfortable going from 10 to 2 to a profile. When you're doing any more than 10 to 2, well, we can just think about it like you're using Photoshop. If you use Photoshop, it's technically like this, because what a capture is, or a profile, is a picture of a signal chain. So if you're using too much gussying, what happens when we use too much Photoshop? Shit looks fake, man. Shit looks super fake. So the more gussying you do, gussying, we're going to take that word back. That means messing, gearing, tweaking. The more tweaking you do, and the further you go from 10 and 2, maybe the little bit more of a hit that it's going to take on that side of things. So I'm going to back off the low end a little bit here and see where we're at. Okay, so we're gonna go to the instigator. I wish I could put my delay on a pedal. Just once I want to do it, guys. Sorry, we're gonna do it just once. Instigator. All right, just one time I wanted to do it. All right. All right, so we're going to turn on the instigator, aka the Mesa type tone stacky type thing. We just called it the instigator instead of trying to squeeze all the text on there. It might not have worked out. I mean, you guys probably wouldn't have liked it either. So we're just going to call it the instigator. As mentioned, you're probably not going to want to use the instigator and a pedal plugin. In my personal opinion, this is just me. My personal opinion is that I personally very rarely use the instigator, whereas a couple of other guys here on the team absolutely use it in everything that they've been doing with it. So pretty sick, right? Pretty sick. And we're going to be able to make some presets as well for you guys that are going to be make some doomy stuff, some metal stuffs, because sometimes it's hard to figure it out. If you don't know what these amps are, and you know, it's maybe kind of tough for you to, you know, for people who don't know the names of these amps. Like if you're going through here and I'm looking through even Arlington Audio, I know that I can see all of these amps right here, and I have personal hands-on experience with the majority of them, but though not all. Now we're going to go to the Zach Wild amp, high sensitivity. I'm going to move this over, gain at, I want the gain at 10, gain at 9, high sensitivity. All right, so we're going to go with the Zach Wild now. I'm going to okay, that's getting a little bit out of tune. I'm going to change these strings before the stream tomorrow. These ones have been on, not long, but too long. Sit strings would not appreciate me using. You know, it's actually time that I get in touch with them anyway, because I need a string allotment. So, yeah, hello to everybody at Sit Strings. If you guys ever, I'm not sure if they ever, I occasionally send them links, but I'm not sure really if they watch them or not. Well, who knows? Okay. I like it then. So this is the JCM 800 Zach Wild, the high sensitivity, aka the high side of things. That's also me today. Although upon request by Andy himself, we are not we're not way up. We're not way up today. All right. What up, Messerecto? How's it going on? How's everybody fucking feeling? Wow, 12 people. 12 people. Oh my gosh. We've got 12 people lingering in here and saying what's up. How are you guys? My name is Tyler. Welcome to the Amp Sim Universe, the Amp Sim Show, episode 36. 6 times 6 is 36. And I'm very excited to be here. I can't tell you guys how excited I am about NAMU Universal. And I think it's going to make a big difference for some folks out there that are really looking for something. I know a lot of people, and I've seen it. Like, I've seen a lot of the comments that NAM users make. Like, man, I would love to have Genome, but I don't want to pay $80 for it. I want to do this, but I don't want to do that. And some people aren't. By the way, we have a standalone, also, and we have a standalone. But not everybody is comfortable making a signal chain. The other thing that I'm thinking that I kind of wouldn't mind doing, we'll keep that on the down low. But for now, I've got access to so many different pedals. The second half, I'm going to be going after some doomy stuff, I think. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to be on here for about an hour and a half, about 90 minutes or so today. Maybe 2 hours. We'll see. We're going to be talking about, if you guys have questions, any questions, I know I see. If you're in the chat, by the way, don't just lurk. Say hi. If you have questions, put them in the chat, and one of the staff members here will hammer out an answer for you for sure. Okay? I promised you. Everyone, we got most of the staff in here today chilling out with us. So if I missed you, one of these guys is going to get to you for sure. And I've just been chilling with one IR as I typically do. I pulled some strings with my friend Dr. Bonkers, and we got some sweet Dr. Bonkers stuff in here. Although this stuff is not going to be fucking cat hair. That's going to end up my nose. I don't want it up my nose. Let's try this again. All of the impulse responses are you're able to use them in your other creations, in your other loaders. All of them. You can go right into the folders and use all of the Sharface stuff. Everything we've put in there is free for you guys that you can use in your own loaders and your other plugins. Do whatever you want with them, except for these, because these are the only paid impulse responses that made their way into the plugin. The rest of this stuff is free, and some of it's open source that's been sort of kicking around forever. But these are the only paid, and so we had to we fix them into the plugin. We had to encrypt them so that you can't use them. So if you're going through and you're like, oh man, Dr. Bonker stuff, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to use it in your other stuff, your other loaders. But all the other stuff, yes, you can. The bass and the guitar impulses alike. So we're going to check out some of the Dr. Bonker stuff. I decided to, I picked all this stuff myself. This is a Bogner. We've got a Bogner, an Angle, a Sun, and a Mezzabugi. And I'm going to try those out. Ooh, let's get rid of that. And let's just switch a file. Let's see what we got here. That's nice. You're not the first person to say that, Gil. There's several people that mentioned, several of the guys on the team here where we were talking about the DB of things, and man, I'm just very excited. We're talking about adding a bunch of different features to things, and this isn't going to be just sort of like a leave it and forget it kind of thing. Although Chris is going to, he's a busy guy. He's going to be a busy dude, and we thank Wavemind so much for working with us. It's not as if we just sent him like a plan and said, you build this for us. Yes. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was sort of like, we're going to work together on this. And, I'm slouching. We're going to work together on this like a team. And man, he was in there like a dirty shirt because he is a guitar player as well, right? So he was in there like a dirty shirt. And once he started to really see our vision on things, he got just as excited as we did. So, Lewin Albani, thank you so much. Part of the team here did a wonderful UI. The idea here, folks, was to make it look like one of those tracks you see on stage with all the mixed components. When have you ever seen a rack unit with like nothing but matching branded components? Like, it's very rare. So in this case, we went with what looks to be 5 different components from 5 very different analog builders, if you will, and give it a lot of a different look. So I was really happy with how that turned out. All right, let's get some more sparkle there. And that is the Mezzabugi file, a little bit different than the other files. That's the Fender file. I want to see what else I've got in here. The Bogner is what I was hoping for. So we've got the Dr. Bonker stuff, and you pop out of here. And we go to guitars. We've got Devil's Lab. That's from Lewin himself. Go in here, and he's got a whole bunch for you. Sounds pretty good. I'm noticing it does sound maybe a pinch dark, but I mean, I'm not really sure where that would be coming from in what regard. But again, this is a beta. You guys can see it right up here. This says beta, and so I'm gonna lie to you guys. There is actually a realistic chance that this could crash the entire broadcast, the entire stream. This could crash us at any minute, really. And that is just what betas do. If you guys have ever been on a beta team, the biggest thing about being on a beta team is to make sure you note the bugs, every little bug, every little thing that seems out of place. The developer wants to know that. He does, she does, they do. So I'm chilling on the Arlington audio stuff. Let's kick around and see what else we've got here. Gosh, the Arlington audio stuff is just so good, though. It really is. But we're gonna go to amps. We've got guitar and we've got some bass. Okay, admittedly, the Tone Hunt community really needs to catch up on the bass end of things. Yes, we all understand that you guys have guitar amps, but guys, we need some bass amps too. To the creators out there, let's see some amazing bass rigs, because I mean, bass players got to use NAMU too. And I'm going to be doing a stream at some point, or a half a stream with some bass, just to see the functionality on that side of things. Okay. Now, on the guitar side of things, if we go into Emil Rope, for example, Emil has some incredible captures in here. So we've got Marshall, a whole bunch of Marshalls. We've got a Friedman Jake E. Lee. We've got John Petrucci, however you say it. I grew up saying it Petrucci, and I was corrected several times, but then I keep hearing it both ways. So I'm just going to say it the original way, maybe occasionally go back and forth to see how the other one feels. All right. Sounds good. Lamb of God. Let's go to the Lamb of God and see what's up. All right. I'm going to go back because I want to stick with one impulse response for now while I'm trying out the various models and everything else we've got. So I want to go to the Dr. Bonker Sound Lab EGA 414. That's just my favorite IR EGA 412 414 Hyperreal mix. Wonderful. Now let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's a riff. You know, sometimes I love Lorna Shore and sometimes I don't. Today, it's maybe a don't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so this is the Lamb of God, and this is from Emile Robe, and he is again some of the best profiles captures. Bow! I'm gonna punch myself in the leg or maybe the face every time I say profile instead of capture. See, I fucked it up there too. Let's crank that up a bit. Yeah, of course I'm. Attitude. Yeah, there's a nice selection of IRs, a wonderful selection. It's not all just the Chug City either here, guys. I'm going to be coming at you guys tomorrow afternoon with a rock / cleans and everything else. Right now, we're just going over some of the functionality, introducing you to our baby here, and we have more for you. Believe me, we have another. It's not even close, not even anywhere in the ballpark of being willing or ready to announce anything like that. But I can tell you that we have something else from Wavemind coming next year that is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that. So guys, stay excited about stuff from Wavemind. Chris has got so much cool stuff coming out, and I couldn't be happier for him because he really does things the right way. And I don't know why I can't stay in tune for the life of me today. So yeah, hope you guys are all doing good. Sorry I haven't been around a lot this summer. As mentioned, I had kind of intended on being around a lot this summer, but I was not. And the reason that I was not around a lot this was really simple. I was, you know, guys, I do a lot of disc golf stuff. And part of what I do is I'm trying to locate a new course here in our community and trying to build and locate the space for the property to build another new course here in the community as we have one closing. So that's what I've been doing. I put a lot of time towards it. I'm also doing all that kind of stuff. And then Chris was working on kind of refining some of his stuff as well before we got to this as heavily. We took a little break and we had intended to have this out in July, early August. Didn't happen that way, but here we are. We're about a week away from the release, and we couldn't be more excited. That sounds good, but again, I feel like this nagging... Yeah, right there. The A string. Why you gotta be a dick? You always gotta be a dick. That sounds good to me. No, that's out. Shit. Jeez. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. Oh, they tuned down. I used to be able to play the song in full, but I noticed they tuned down a half step. This is where we're going to add some of that oomph and see what happens here. This is all just blowing my mind right now. This is my first rip with the newest version, the 0.12 beta version. Guys, we're excited. And this is coming at you guys hopefully fairly soon. And then the update, I don't think we'll be too far behind it. We'll see. We'll see on that one. We want to make sure that this is a complete plugin, and we want to make sure that this is as perfect as we can get it before we puts it. Wow, that English there. We puts it in your hand. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah. Let's get to the comments here for 1 second. No talk guitar. Whoa. Hey, man. No talk guitar. Oh my gosh. Why is it again, this is like old Hazard Elite here. Why is it your name is slipping my mind? But you're from France? Is it France? We used to do some, geez. This is really fun. We're meeting some old new friends, and geez, if I could remember, I wish I could remember your name. Please do PM it to me. But I do recall your YouTube channel as well as having quite some talks with you, and I remember sending you over some freebies to do some stuff as well. I remember it. I remember it well. See, guys, I have a memory. My memory's not great, but it's there. It's still there. Oh, I'm slobbering. Oh my god. Anyways, this is just such a great day for me, you guys. It's such a great day because I'm just so happy to have this plugin out. Now, where you're going to get the benefit of the Instigator is with something that's maybe a little bit cleaner, but we're going to give it a shot throughout the stream. And again, it's pretty aggressive though, right? It's pretty aggressive. So you guys are going to kind of have to see what you think of the Instigator and where you guys think it fits as well. I admittedly, I've been honest with you guys. I have not done a whole lot of, I just haven't done a whole lot of working with the Instigator. The other fellas did more of that. I did a lot more work with the pedals and the pedal selections. But that's going to be something that in the next couple of days, I'm going to get a lot more of a handle on using in the Instigator. But I'm glad we have a wonderful team here that has really been just great about helping us make sure that we all did our jobs, we all did our testing, and it all worked out great. So we're going to go to the Scullage. One thing about Scullage here, Bo on our team, he built himself an HM2. Oh my gosh. He built himself a Hyperfuzz clone, and he did some profiles. Oh my gosh. Captures. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna start hitting myself. That's it. I've been saying captures for days, and then I throw profile out there a couple times today. My brain's, oh my god, I've gone cross-eyed. Can't think of more than one thing at once. All right, let's do this. Tim R805. And I'm using the Emil Robe, Lamb of God. Let's go out of here and see what else Emil's got to work with. He's got a Mesa Mark II C+ clone. He's got himself a whole bunch of Metallica. He's got a bunch of Metallica presets. It's been a while since I lined these up, but let's try them out. Now I'm going to turn the sporkle right off. And I can't keep this thing in tune to stay. Over here is usually amazing at staying in tune. Why it's not staying in tune today, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I hope everybody is doing absolutely amazing today. We've got 16 people. This is actually like kind of breaking records for us. We're very small. We're a small channel here. I get the feeling though, people are going to really like this plugin and they might come see us from time to time. We know that this plugin is this. We're dedicating this not only to the NAM nerds out there, and that's affectionate. Okay, I myself am a NAM nerd, so it's affectionate term. You can take it as a mean term if you like. That's fine. But this was made for NAM nerds. Not only that, but it was meant so that people that maybe let's say me personally, the first time I tried NAM was very early on, and there were not a lot of captures to try, and the ones that I tried were not very good, and it actually set a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't know why I would use that when I can just go use all the plugins I have at my disposal. Why would I bother with that? However, after things, I kind of let things breathe for about a year, and then I went back, and the amount of profiles, oh my God, punch, the amount of captures that were available were just incredible, and it had grown so much. And then I had some friends that were like, man, if you don't like it as it is, you can just like add things, and I started adding like warming effects, and I was using some of the amazing preamps sold by Fuzz Audio Labs as kind of like a power amp warming tool kind of thing. I was doing all kinds of different things, and we're thinking, well, let's just do this as a plugin, and hopefully this brings new people that come to NAM will use things like this. And I'm not saying NAM as it is bad, poor, or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying that for some people that are expecting to be like, blown away, they don't realize that sometimes you've got to do a little work to things. In this particular case, we've just done all that work, and you don't have to build a signal chain. We built that signal chain for you, so you can just kind of throw your stuff in there and get going. However, if you're using, if you're going to use the captures that have the built-in, that have all the built-in and the built-in pedals and the built-in, oh gosh, my brain. Sorry, the built-in IR, the built-in pedals, etc. The full rig ones, you'll just have to make sure that you can still use this. You just have to make sure that you bypass the necessary components so that you're not kind of doing the double IR thing and everything else, right? So let's see what we got. I think people are going to dig this too, guys. I think that it's going to be a good time, and I think once we do the update and make it a little bit more, and maybe space it out into a few different panels, I think it could be cooler. But right now it is pretty freaking badass. We do have a standalone, but if you want time effects, you're gonna have to kind of do your own thing. Although, where is my delay is gone? Oh wait, no, there it is. So I can just throw my delay on. I have it in the chain after NAMU here. And that is my Nambrini Audio analog rack delay. This is free. You can go get it right now from Nambrini Audio for absolutely $0. Terrible bend. I'm not a lead guitar player, guys, but I know the odd pass that can at least show you whether or not something sounds good for some shreddies. I know there are at least, from what I'm looking at, there's at least 4 better guitar players that I can see in the stream right now, and just the comment, I can only see 4 comments. I'm not out here trying to shred, guys, and so there was the one guy who was like, man, you should learn more lead passages. I'm like, yeah, when I have fucking time, maybe. And I know so many lead passages, but when I'm in a stream, I go with the same general like framework for what I'm doing, because I'm not, like I said, it's just the odd lead passage. I'm doing okay. I'm fine. That was not the note, but it sounded good anyway. And we are using the Metallica file from Emil Robe right now. And he was nice enough to throw us. He's like, yeah, just use it all. I'm like, all of it? He's like, yeah, just take it all. Use it all. I don't really care. Just go ahead. Oh, this is a wonderful song that's been in the background lately. It's all in Italian. I have no idea what the gentleman is saying, but gosh, is it a great ska song. This guy could be talking about torturing and throwing people off bridges right now. I'm just like, yeah, buddy, you go. Oh. How could you possibly? You could never be in a bad mood listening to a really happy Italian ska. This is the quad pre. This is the quad free. We've got the JCM a whole bunch of different things happening here. This is the Metallica file. I went through all these. They all sound crushing. These got a Soldano in here, an SLO 30. Let's go lead. All right. Tweet. Let's see what we got here. And this is the Soldano SLO 30. Man, this is a fun song. I have had it in my head. It sucks having a song in your head that's not in English, though. Because I have no idea what this guy's saying. Not a clue. Is there somebody Italian in the stream right now? Where's Luca when we need Luca? Holy smokes, that sounds good. You're like, you guys, this is a weird mix. I've never apologized for the strange mix of tunes we have in here, but as long as there's guitar in it, I'm all in. I'm all in. But we're going to skip it anyway. It's not what I wanted. Get out of here. Yeah, guys, you probably, here's the thing. If you're a NAM nerd, you probably have a bunch of the profile. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna keep doing it until I learn. If you guys have probably already have some of the captures. King of the castle. I remember these things. You guys probably have some of the caps that are already that are all over Tone Hunt. We went and we reached out to a whole bunch that we could actually reach. There's Mark's Warbrick that I could not reach, and I would have. He's the only presumably a he. That I could not reach, that I really wanted to get their stuff in here. Slammin' Mofo has some of the best stuff out there, but it is, like I said, his are like that upper echelon. These guys can explain the difference in the epochs, as I see that word a lot. Guys, that's when stuff, these guys are the tech guys. These guys start going all tech, and I'm like, whoa, hands off. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. These guys are way more hands-on than I was with like the overall techie McTech, because both Bo and Eddie, when we started this project, were like, fuck, we're just going to go and learn how to do all this stuff because somebody on the team needs to get way up here with this stuff. So Eddie started making all these incredible captures, and Bo started making captures. Then Seuss came in and was making captures. Metal Tune Music, don't forget to subscribe and like and subscribe over at Metal Tune Music. But tone is universal, folks. Universal, get it? Thank you. Oh, that was a bad one. Okay, so I've got the SLL 30 tight lead fight. Fight, it says. Not tight, but fight. Man, so good. Man, that's one really cool thing is when you end up just downloading a pack. There's so many packs I wanted to involve in this, like just one-offs by certain capture creators, and I just could not even begin to find these people. That's the one thing with Tone Hunt I do not like, is that the creators can't talk to each other. And again, though, if you have the ability to let users talk to each other, then all of a sudden you're going to be mediating and doing all kinds of... You could be mediating a lot of squabbles and issues and stuff. So I understand it, but I mean, I really feel like all the creators out there, if you're a creator, put your contact information somewhere, on Tone Hunt. So like even just an email address so people can reach out to you, because with all the products coming out right now, you could legitimately make some money off your captures. With all the companies coming out with NAM related stuff right now and trying to kind of gobble up some profiles. Oh, God damn it. Damn it. But we also do have profiler right on here. So pedal profiler, amp profiler, I mean, fine. We'll say profile. It's just, that's fine. I'll give myself a break. And this is from the Emile Robe SLO 30. And I was not expecting this to be as incredible as this is. Let's try this. Oh my God! Sounds so good! What are we doing here? It's free! It's so good. And now I've heard some people say, like, it's the amp sim killer. No, it isn't. Can we stop with that, please? Can we fucking stop with the whole NAM's gonna kill amp sims? No, it's not. It's not. Not as far as I can see and hear. I would put any NAM profile up against any like you start getting up to the heavies, and you start to use those amp sims. Like when you're busting out some of the Neural DSP's Fortin license stuff. That is an otherworldly beast where you can turn every control and get exactly what that amplifier gives you in the real. That's a very different universe. However, that being said, if you come across a NAM creator, a capture creator, content creator that really just sets up amps the way you like it, and then yeah, maybe you could kill your own need for amp sims. A few people will probably do that, especially when it comes to, yeah, the economy's fucking hard right now, guys. Who's got money for amp sims right now, right? I mean, let's be honest, things are getting kind of tight out there, am I right? So when things are free and they sound really good and you can kind of tailor make them, yeah, maybe it'll kill the amps. Maybe it'll kill the odd amp sim for some people, but it's not going to put amp sim tech to bed completely. There's always going to be people out there that really appreciate something that has been really modeled with real serious care, and the whole thing has been modeled. That's a bit of a different, it's just a different bird, okay? Them Bones Band, how are you? Sweet, where do I get it? When? How? In about a week. It'll be on the Wavemind website. If you're not familiar with Wavemind, go and check them out. They've got some freeware as it is. I'm gonna check some of it out right now. Here's one of them. Oh yeah, I know there's a new version. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Don't worry. This is the X Drive. This is an 808X. It's currently one of my favorite, if not my favorite, free overdrive plugin. Get this, free. They've also done a, yeah, I know, it's free. Whatever. Okay, they've also done a Fortin 22. Oh, sorry, a Fortin 33 and called it the Forte Boost 22. Oh my God. Getting these parody names all in and out, sometimes when you're trying to move at good pace, you make mistakes. This is the Fortin 33, which has been called the 22 Forte Boost 22, and it's awesome. Truthfully, it's really great. So if I turn that off, I go in here and turn this off, I can just run this out front if I want to, no problem. What happened there? That's very interesting. Interesting. Now we have a bit of something to talk about. That's interesting. I can't tried to use my own pedal out front, and it kind of ran into it a bit weird. So that's something that we can talk about at a later date for sure. Something I'll note at the end of the stream. Like I said, beta release, guys. I'm going to show you my pretty face here for a couple of minutes. Yeah, kick ass, guys. Guitarists are great. Guitars are great. Yes, I agree. I agree. Think of an NDSP as using lesser technology, but doing fair. That's a fair point. And if you guys are hearing that whooshing, guys, I've got literally got a breeze coming in the window here, and it's all that's keeping me alive in this really hot house right now. So it is what it is. I'm going to be taking a break in about 5 minutes, and we're going to take about a 3-minute break as we tend to do here at about the halfway point of a stream, and I'll come back and we're going to go over some more of NAMU. And you guys, if you guys, I see a great conversation going in the chat right now. Please feel free to ask Eddie, Bo, any of our admins slash mods slash staff members here, co-creators. These guys are always helping me, and this plugin would not have been possible without the entire team here. This might have been the brainchild of myself and Chris, but without these guys, this would not have come together the way it did, and certainly not as quick as it did. I've been really happy about the process and how things came together. We did need to take a bit of a break, but I mean, these things happen, right? So. And if you guys hear that clunking in the background, which the compressor may or may not be picking up, that's my gerbil, Bruno. He's got his pumice cube, and he likes to throw that thing around in a fury because he doesn't like it very much, but I know that it keeps him keeps him busy. So he's always throwing it around against the side of his tank, and it makes a lot of sound. So I'm going to have to go figure that out if it gets too loud. Let me know if that starts to be a bit clunky for you guys. Also, do we get any pops and clicks today in the stream, guys? I need to know because I think I might have figured out the glitch, fixed what was going on. Let me know if there are any pops, clicks, dropouts in the stream. And also, if he does just crap out of nowhere, guys, a beta that crashed. And that is not the first time, won't be the last time that I'm in a stream when a beta crashes. What's going on? So it happens from time to time. That's got mom. Mom. No, I didn't really want that. Take that mids down there. You know what would be cool, guys? I wouldn't mind an effect out front. I actually really like to scoop out front or really anywhere. I like to scoop just a tiny bit of that 1.1. I don't know, something. Be cool to have a little dial that just scoops a little out of that 1.1, you know? Thanks so much, them bones. We really appreciate you being here, and thanks. New fans are always good. We're always trying to grow the channel organically. We're not out there trying to be heroes. We're not out there spamming everything. And the way we do things, being that I don't do a lot of pre-recorded stuff at this point, I haven't done. It's tough for developers to share because I swear a lot, and these are like 2 hours long. So I don't really send them over to developers for them to share. So we're growing organically right now, just kind of chilling out. And if people come in, they like what they do, then that's great. If you know one person, don't spam us. If you like our channel, don't spam like everybody you know. Don't do that. Just tell one person that you know that might think our content was interesting. Have them drop in. That's it. Not a big deal. I'm probably never going to monetize this channel. So it doesn't really matter. We're just here chilling out, talking about amps. If that's your thing, you found the right spot. Never, ever find any paid positive content on this channel at all. We give it to you absolutely straight at all times about all plugins possible. We try to keep it as positive as we can. And I don't generally like to even, if there's something I really don't like, it won't even make it into a stream. I won't even bother because I'm not out here being like, this thing sucks. This thing is terrible. Guys, the only company I'm out here trying to shit talk on a regular basis is Positive Motherfucking Grid. I hate that. I hate the company. I hate everything they've built. Everything. that Positive Grid has ever done sucks. Sucks terrible. It's a waste of your money. Everything else that sucks, though, I'm not really here to talk about stuff that sucks. Just here to talk about rad stuff, and not stuff that somebody paid me to say was rad. Okay? Anything that we say here are really good, awesome, superb, worth your money, whatever it is, we mean it. Okay? That doesn't mean you'll feel the same way, but all we can do is make suggestions. That's not a good solo. You should just not do that. Yeah, buddy. This is the, by the way, the SL030 from NAMU Robe. If you guys have anything that you really want to hear me demo or go over here, just let me know. I'm happy to do it. We've got all kinds of stuff to try today. It's been a while since I've even gone through a lot of these amps, to be completely 100% straight with you guys, that like we put this, I put this folder together a while ago now, and I just have been kind of onto some other things. We debated going here, so we've got tons of different things going on. We've got lots of Bugera. A lot of people have captured Bugera amps, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm here for it, man. I'm so here for it. The Bugera stuff sounds really cool, and there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And if you're a hater on the Bugera stuff, don't be a hater. There's no need. Okay, so what do I got here? Let's try it with the 33. I'm gonna, because this has a pedal baked in, I'm not gonna bother using a pedal up top. Ooh, that's very loud. So I'm gonna give you guys a little two-step before I try new captures, because there, as you guys are well aware, there are gonna be some volume differences in some of them. So instead of me just hauling ass on a chord, I'm gonna give you guys a little, just to make sure nothing's gonna blow anybody's ears out. Sounds so good. Let's fix this though, because that's a little out of whack. Oh wow, that sounds terrific, guys. I'm gonna throw in the other Boosty McBoosted just for fun. Why do I hear like something? Like, there's some sort of like a limiter happening. I feel like something just go sucks it right out of there. What we got? We get a chance. Here's some of the yeah, let's do it, buddy. Let's do some of the Sharface captures. These are Eddie's. These are Eddie's babies. This is Pip Priss, also a member of the staff here. And you wanted what? Sorry, the PP Ultra Plus 120. Let's do it. Is there a particular file that you'd like me to rock on? What am I doing? Which file I'm at? Obviously, Alice in Chains fans. Any Friedman stuff? Yeah, absolutely. There is a after this, I will go to the there is a Friedman. There's a few actually. I will definitely get to some Friedman. But because you're asking, let's do that before we do Eddie stuff. I'm not Eddie. I'll get to it right after the break. I promise. I promise. I will. I swear to God. Friedman Jake E. Lee is what I have here. Gain on 10. Let's see what we got. It's been a long time since I played that song. Boy, oh boy, it was actually just before I went for it. I could feel the little old man running around in my brain. Oh, what door is this in? I can't remember. Oh my God. Oh, I think it's this one. He's got his keys out and it's a big ass fucking ring. Oh, Jesus. That's what just happened right now, trying to dust off that album. I know that's not in, he doesn't, Jerry doesn't play in, Jerry. Am I talking Mr. Cantrell? Can't say Jerry. It's not like I'm going out. Don't use somebody's first name. I hate when I see that people talk about their favorite musicians by their first names and their nicknames and stuff. Are you going out for beers? It's super fucking weird, man. If you're not going out for beers, you have no reason to use the person's nickname ever. I'm sorry. This does not happen unless it's like a stage name. Then you're fine. Yeah, Jerry's tone on that fucking album, dude. Oh my God. Okay, so I know Bo. Let's see who knows more, Bo or Them Bones Band. What was the amp that they used? That he used on We Die Young? What is that again? Was that just like an absolute smash to shit Marshall? It wasn't a Friedman because I don't think Friedman was even a thing at the time. I think he was just modifying Marshalls at the time still when that. In the early 90s. All right, guys, it's about that time. I'm going to take a little break and we're going to be back for about another hour, actually. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hang out. We're going to go over some Friedman stuff for Them Bones Band, although he said he was on his way out. We pulled him back in. And we're going to go over some of Eddie's radness. He's got this absolutely sick PV that I really, really like it. And it's almost like a Mesa Boogie rectifier because it's got that really loose, floppy, spongy low end, but it's just so sick at the same time. So I'm going to get on that as soon as I come back. And I couldn't be happier to have you guys all here. 17 folks in here today. It's really cool. Thank you so much. I'm going to be here tomorrow as well, testing out some more NAMU Universal. I understand that, you know, these are long streams. Not everybody's going to have like 6 hours for the next 3 days to chill out. But if you're in the ballpark and you guys want to stop by, if you're in the neighborhood, bring some snacks. No pork rinds, though. I hate fucking pork rinds. Don't bring those. But bring snacks, BYOB, and just hang out and listen to some tones with us. That'd be great. So I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, guys. And we'll see you guys then.
Your night, holding you tight as a brother when I saw your crying eyes. Time went by, and we had to say goodbye. Staring up to the clouds above, children so little unsaid, hoping the saints could help one day lead us together again. Holding the key to the alley of crimson. Hands. Time telling me to say farewell, but I knew that I would fight hell, and I know we will go for another time. We can see for another time. We'll be free for no more farewell. Time telling me to say farewell, but I knew that I would fight hell, and I know
Fuck, I love this song. Oh my God, I'm falling away. My apartment and these wheels. Everything's unlevel. If you guys have never heard Avantasia before and that was your first glimpse, go and download or buy or just go stream and listen to the Metal Opera by Avantasia. You guys you will not, if you're into power metal even like 1% and you haven't heard that album, guys, I mean, I don't even know if I would consider you a power metal fan if you haven't heard the Metal Opera. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know that that's that would be part of my conversation. Have you heard that album? No? Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to be talking power metal with you then. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Thank you so much, man. We got 11 people. They just dipped out the second sometimes, obviously these people don't watch Twitch. Because on Twitch, when people do long streams, sometimes they dip out for a minute. Sometimes I gotta dip out to go to the washroom and re-up as it will be. Herbal enhancement as it will be. Occasionally needs to be re-upped, and that's what we're doing today. Man, I can still remember the time that the one guy wrote to some developers and said that he thought it was unprofessional that I was using their plugins publicly under the influence of marijuana. Marijuana? Just saying that, I probably just got the algorithm just probably nuked my video into like the next universe. Jazz cabbage, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys. So what are we talking about here? Well, we're talking about NAMU Universal, and this is the new plugin. This will be absolutely 100% free and available on the Wavemind website very likely next weekend. Okay. Don't hold me to that, as we just need to get a couple of small things kind of hammered out before we want to put it in everyone's hands. Obviously, there are going to be bugs after that, but for now, right now, things are going quite well. And we've nailed, there were a couple issues we had with the presets not doing their things. We had a few different things that were just not going completely to plan that we ended up kind of working out. So, oh man. What is this with this wind? Just howling in this window here. It's a modded 800. See you later, dude. See you later. Sorry, see you later, Gil. See you later, likely Seuss as well, because I believe he's also overseas there. Pretty much everybody that's overseas is long gone, and that's cool because I realize a lot of people are. It just seems like a lot of our demo is overseas for some reason. We've done the stats. Although I do a lot of my streaming in the afternoon, we've kind of done our stats, and or at least I've done some of the stats, and a lot of our viewership is overseas. So yeah, I mean, that being said, if I do some more streams later at night and some more videos that are like pre-recorded and stuff like that, then likely that it's going to change phenomenally. But for now, it is what it is. And that is the Jake E. Lee Friedman. And he was asking, now let's go, you know what, let's go to the Eduardo stuff. Which file am I looking for, Eddie? If I go into Guitar, Sharface, PV Ultra Plus, I missed what you said. See you later, Seuss. What do we got? Red channel, ultra gain, let me know. Medium level, let's just go with whatever this is. I've used all of these files, Eduardo, but... Medium ultra gain 10. Medium ultra gain 10. Medium red, ultra gain 10. Oh, this is 10. I'm going to throw that in with I'm going to go over to one of Pip's pedals. And we're going to go with the 808X. Sounds delightful. That sounds vicious. Filthy, as it were. And it's going to be definitely something I'll be using a little bit more of with some fuzz as well. I would say that if I was doing like something Doom related, I could see using 2 tracks of that and then 2 tracks of something with a lot and like almost completely fuzz. Oh, here we go. Oh, he was nice about it this time. That was as quiet as an asshole's ever driven by my house. Fucking, I've got umbrage with Harley owners. Dude's like, do you need to have the loudest thing on the block? I mean, fuck. Fuck, man. Drives me up the wall. All right. Wish some developer would model a... Eddie, did you see what Freyskin just said? As per our conversation here today. Sorry, Freyskin, I can't let you in on it, but it's just interesting that you brought something up because of something Eddie and I were talking, and the group actually were talking about earlier. Buddy, I'm gonna have something for you. I'm gonna have something for you next year. Well, that's all I can tell. That's the only thing I'll say out loud. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the Bogner fish. Somebody, for the love of God, Igor, somebody. Igor likes preamps. That's it. I'm gonna get in Igor's ear this week. Nambrini Audio, I'm coming for you. Oh boy. I got lights, bright lights, and I've got my curtains open and it's starting to get a little darker. So like the the lacking lesser element that walks down my street, aka crack zombies, crack donkeys. I'll say it out loud. And if you guys lived in the ghetto, you would say it too. Someone would be like, that's offensive. It's not offensive. You're faced every day, folks, and you can make light of it however you like, in all honesty. And I do frequently. You can't make light of a bad situation. What can you do, right? What can you do? You got to do it. It's really funny. It was really funny. I think, honestly, Freyskin, it's really legit hilarious that you brought that up because we had a conversation. We were having a conversation about something about an hour before I came on here, as we just like had to stop talking about NAMU Universal for just 5 fucking minutes because it's just been. That's all we've been talking about for the last bunch of days. It's literally, it's all we've been talking about. So we're trying to get like sneak in some other things, and this is one of the other things we snuck in was a conversation about preamps. Interesting stuff. An interesting conversation about preamps. Yeah, and if you dig preamps, like if you're not familiar, obviously you're familiar with Nambrini Audio. He's done some pretty good ones, and still to my hey, I don't think. Oh, don't think I have it. Do I have it? Shit. What's it called again? Oh no. Hold on a sec. Oh, I do. I have it. Yeah. The Wagner Sharp. Okay, go get the Nick Crow Lab Wagner Sharp. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, go get that, and you're going to have to stack it with like the TPA1 from Ignite Amps or something. But if you want a fun little a little Bogner preamp, that's a good one. That's a fun one. I forgot about the Wagner Sharp. I used to use that on almost everything I did. Half of it. Oh, Sam? When Sam can't find this, he likes to play with these. If you're not familiar, I have a blind cat. For those of you out there that are new to the channel, we have a blind cat around here. His name is Sam. And you hear sirens a lot here too. It's not in the music. That's legit sirens. I live in a bad part of the part of my city, so we occasionally get some extra entertainment here at the AmSim universe. It's almost got like an HM2 quality to it, Eduardo. Yeah, this is an awesome sound. Well, you know what? Okay. It's like any profiler or any capturer, you're going to want to, it's all only as good as the capture / profile. That's it. That's all there is to it. If the capture sucks, the profile sucks, then the plugin sucks. That's it. It doesn't matter how good the IR is. It doesn't matter how good the other components are. If the profile itself fucking sucks, then the whole thing sucks. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's your source material. If your source material is bullshit, and the whole thing is going to be bullshit. And that's what we had to be really careful with. We had to be careful with the pro captures. Woo, I didn't say the whole word. Don't gotta punch myself. King of the case. So we go through here, and Eddie's got, we did this for April Fool's Day, and we did like this sooner with this like close up on this tiny speaker, and he did like a Crate GLX 15. And this is like this teeny tiny little thing, if I'm not mistaken. Ed, is that not the little teeny tiny Crate with like the 8-inch speaker? Anyways, that thing, it was a complete joke, but people thought it sounded good and didn't get the joke. Everyone's like, thanks, man, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And we're like, dude, it's kind of a joke, but hey, cool, thanks. You're welcome. Or is that the IR pack? Can't remember. All right, either way. It's picky about boost. Okay, let's go back. Hold on. You want me to use it just non-boosted? No problem. Let's try it out. What if I put the tone stack? Oh, wait, no. I'm just going to put a little sparkle in and throw this comp up a bit. Okay, now that's where I park my motherfucking car. Home slice. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. I hate you. Midlife crisis. They say it in my city. I'm not sure if it's the same where y'all live, but in my city, the guy at the Harley Davidson shop, when he sees like somebody over the age of 60 walk into the store, you just know that you've sold something. That's where I live. I'm not sure about the same where y'all live, but y'all. No, it's y'all. Tell me the movie. Huh? Anybody? Y'all. No, it's not y'all. Wait, is that racist now? Can I not quote a movie? Can I not quote Jackie Chan? Like, imagine trying to quote Jackie Chan from a movie with a completely, like, straight, normal English voice. That doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. Like, I'm not making fun of the man. I think he's one of my favorite actors of all time. I would never be an ounce of racist towards Monsieur Jackie Chan. But when you're doing a Jackie Chan one of his lines, it's not like I'm supposed to stand there and just say, y'all. No, it doesn't really work. I feel bad now. Oh, that was not what I was looking for. That was legit. I'm having a great time today. It's been a while since I was on a stream. Like I said, we got the opportunity to install, and we actually get the confirmation on August 28th whether we are going to install this brand new disc golf course, which is on a conservation area on the edge of a lake. It was one of the most beautiful places I could ever imagine playing the sport, guys. I love it a lot, and I talk about it a lot here because I hope that you guys will actually hear me talk about disc golf and be like, what is disc golf? And then go and try it out, guys. If you guys already enjoy walking through the forest, I can guarantee you'll enjoy disc golf as it is. It's like hiking with sports, and it's less boring. And I can guarantee, if you're like, oh, I'm not sure if there's one in my area, the chances are there probably is. You just never knew it. A lot of people, even in my city, will walk by the disc golf course and not even have absolutely no idea what it is. They think it's wild. They think the baskets are wildlife feeders. All right, we're going to move to a different profile. Man, I wish I could convince like some of my favorite artists to like capture their riff for us. Man, like I would love, like imagine a psychroptic guitar tone in a profile. Ooh, that would be nice. I mean, I know what he uses, but it's weird. But with geez, I can't recall his name. Is it Joel Haley or Joe Haley? Joel Haley. No matter what rig he uses for psychroptic, and the dude has had like 3 or 4 phenomenally different rigs, just like Vogue from Decapitated, formerly of Machine Head, for like 5 minutes just for some extra gashola. But still, Vogue was it's the same kind of guy. He's used a lot of different rigs, and they've all sounded very, very similar. Because even it's so strange to me because Vogue, for example, has used even different pickups. He's gone from DiMarzio Evolutions to EMG 85s to EMG 81s to 85s to back to the DiMarzio Evos, and he's also used so many different amps. He was also using like the dime rig with the dime bucker in it for a while, and he's used so many different rigs, but yet his tone has remained quite similar. So that's, you know, a lot in the playing, a lot in his ears when he's dialing things in. So it's interesting how that works. Psychroptic, very similar. Okay, let's see what we got for amps. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't look at that. I'm sure even just saying the name of this one would probably get me nuked on Facebook. But I had to put it in there because I don't think Fat Dracula would appreciate me changing the name of it. It's called what it's called. And so you guys, when you get to his grouping, his folder, you guys will see the one I'm talking about and be like, oh, that's kind of funny. All right, so Tim R. I want to go to that quick rod. Let's go to the Tim R quick rod. And what's the best file in here, guys? Let's just go through them. As I have not really tried much of this one. This one is specially done for this, but it just took such a long time to come out that Tim was just like, he was raring to get him up on Tone Hunt. That's totally cool. But he actually made this pack specifically for the plugin release. And thanks so much to Tim R, one of the best creators I've heard. And that, guys, is just the amp and the cabinet. There's no pedal. There's nothing going on right here. I'm gonna turn this off as well. I keep like simple riffs here, guys. Yes, you're correct. My inputs are a bit high. I realize that. Sometimes I run them a bit hot. I'm aware. Thank you for noticing, though. I appreciate you. So we still got 10 folks in here, and everybody's just like chilling out and checking out this. We think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with this, and I'm already kind of can't wait for the update because I can already think of what we're gonna be doing for the update, and it's gonna be a bit of a different bird. It's gonna look a bit different, and it's gonna operate a bit different, and I can't wait, guys. Like it's like I'm giddy at this release, so I cannot wait. This also seems like a good time for me to try out the Instigator a little bit more on this profile / capture. Yeah. I do apologize sometimes if I come across as a little bit low tech. What was that? Guitars are great. I wonder who is... I get the feeling, though, we have a spy in here. There's a spy, definitely a spy in here somewhere. I'm just kidding. We just have we have a viewer that we know is like kind of might be around for the stream. Hopefully he's around. Although not everybody's chit-chatting, and that's great, and that's fine with me. And we still got 9 folks in here. The quick rod, it's a great plexi. Yeah, the Splon stuff is definitely Marshall oriented, eh? So this is exactly where, oh boy, I just hit the mic stand. Just give it a shot. Yeah, this is one of the ones where I think this is exactly where the instigator is going to come in handy. Not with so much with guys with your high gain stuff. It's probably not going to come quite as handy, but I think giving something that nice little beefy push, like something that's not super gainy. Guys, having some tuning issues here because the temperature in the house and the temperature of this breeze coming in are just not seeming to agree. And this gill here doesn't usually have issues with tuning. I can't play that riff anymore either. I like that a lot. Nice. It's lovely. Once again, I was telling you guys, if you were here at the start of the stream, that Wavemind going to be going after some pretty cool signature names for their next plugin, which is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, a tone suite, and they're going to be going after some pretty big names in the industry. And Unleash the Archers is one of those names. I kind of teased that a long time ago in a stream. Gave a little wink and a nudge when one of their songs came on and said kind of like, remember what we were talking about earlier? You know, excuse me. And they are, like I said, as far as I know, these guys also just got endorsed, if I'm not mistaken, by Black Star Amps. So congratulations to the guys over in Unleash the Archers. Wonderful Canadian guys. Grant and I have been friends for a bit from Twitch. And back in my Twitch days during COVID, like everybody didn't do Twitch during COVID. I was nothing else to fucking do, so I wanted to do it. I would have like 10-hour streamathons where there was like one person that come in and ask me if I was playing Guitar Hero or some shit. Or what was it, Rock Band? Or what? Are you playing Rock Band? No, I'm not taking requests either. Go away. Leave me alone. Streaming to nobody. So anyways, Grant occasionally would drop in and probably felt bad for me, and dropped in once in a while. He's this superbly nice guy, and when he was doing Twitch stuff, man, he was busy on, holy shit, there was nobody busier on Twitch than that guy. His whole life was on Twitch, his workouts, everything. So congratulations to Unleash the Archers for, man, they're just killing it out there these days. Killing it out there these days. The instigator should be great for high gain. You can use it to fatten up captures. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to probably going to dabble with it a little bit more off stream first, and then kind of go with that. But right now, I'm kind of would prefer either or when it comes to either the pedal or the instigator. This is a great cover, by the way. Slayer cover, Seasons, and it gets a little different in about 2 seconds. Super fun bass line. Anyways, hopefully everybody's what are you guys all doing this weekend? Hopefully you guys are interested in dropping in. Freyskin is gonna win a plugin today. because of because of his comment earlier. I know I probably should have given it to one of these new folks. Guitars are great. One of these new folks probably should have won it, but just because of the comment that you made earlier, we're gonna get you a plug-in, my friend. So I will touch base and just make sure it's good with Chris that we're giving away a. Did you buy the Echo side or buy plug-in rather? If you didn't, that's probably gonna be the one coming your way. Are there any captures of Velcro fuzzes? Okay, so here's the thing. Today I'm doing all rock and I'm not getting into the fuzz side. And then I'm gonna go grab for tomorrow. Probably I'm gonna grab one of my Doomier guitars, and we're gonna go after it. And so I'm gonna show you. There's a shit ton of fuzz pedals. Come on, fuck! I just live on this tiny street that's in the middle of this fucking. Oh my god! There's no reason to even drive up my street. Oh my god! I feel like such an old man. Get off my lawn. Anyways, fuzz. So we've got all kinds of fuzz. So everything in this folder right here from Fat Dracula, everything. Let's go to the screen. Everything in the Fat Dracula folder and the Metal Tune Music folder are both, those folders are just nothing but fuzz. Like boutique and the craziest and clones and everything else. We've got Acapulco Gold, we've got Percolator. Then you go to the other side, and you've got the Atmosphera, the all kinds of different electro-harmonics pedals. We've got the Thermion. We've got all kinds of different stuff from Metal Tune Music. They threw some cool stuff, and one of my personal favorites that we were not able. We only have one profile. We only have one capture of this particular pedal, but the DoD Carcosa Fuzz. Is an amazing pedal. I absolutely love that pedal. And there's some really, really, really high quality captures done on that pedal. So, but you're going to have to get them from Tone Hunt. We have one and it's really good. It sounds great. Let's just throw it in here and I'll throw it in. Actually, it would probably sound good. Being that this is a Doomier pickup, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, that thing sounds awesome. Superb. I don't want to listen to this song right now. That's wonderful. Let's do that. So that thing sounds rad. Tons of fuzz, but if you really want the great Carcosa fuzz, there is literally a metric fucking ton. There's like 1 billion pounds of fuzz pedals. All you need to do is click the Tone Hunt, or just go to Tone Hunt right now and prepare yourself ahead of time before you get this. Even if you want to just use, you guys can just rack two NAMs just like anybody else can. I mean, you guys can do that right now if you want to, and start making some fun little signal chains. But so yeah, as mentioned, the two folders here between Metal Tune Music and Fat Dracula. It's all fuzz, nothing but pretty much all fuzz. You go to Fat Dracula's, it's got all kinds of different stuff. He's got rats. Well, okay, so it's not all fuzz, but he's also got rats and some other stuff in there. But if you go over to Tone Hunt, man, there's literally 1 billion fuzz captures there, and we were not able to get in touch with all the different creators that we really wanted to. It was how do I explain it? It was pointless for me to reach out and just go looking for one creator because of one specific pedal. However, I'm going to try out some of Bo's right now because I mean, this is okay for Doom. It's not great. But this is also, if you go to pedals, Scullage is also, this is the Doom Tomb, and this is a Hyperfuzz clone. So we're gonna try that out as well. All right, let's try that out. it's so good. Bo, you just fucking nailed, dude. So this is an Hyperfuzz clone that Bo just made. Holy fuck. It's so good. Dude, that actually sounds just... I've played with them, but I mean, I tested the folder out and it was fairly quick, and I haven't really had a chance to really sit with the whole thing and just really crush on it, and it sounds awesome. I'm just 2 captures in. So this is wonderful. Holy shit. Oh man, you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. I'm using the quick rod. Let me see if I can go get something that, I mean, I know I wasn't gonna go all doomy tonight, but fuck, we want to get in there and get doomy. So let's find something that maybe is gonna be, I mean, not that the quick rod's not doing me for doom, but I kind of want to see what else do we have here. Guitar. Do we have an orange? Ah, they're dual tears though. That's not really what I'm looking for. This is not at all what I'm looking for. Go away. Okay, what else we got? I can't recall if we have any orange in here. Do we have any orange in here? Do we have any orange in here? This might be... okay, this will do. I'll give you the 2-step. There it is. Yeah, that is wonderful. Wow. And if you don't know what song that is, I've got questions for you. You're probably not a Doom fan. That's okay. I was also once upon a time not much of a fan of Doom, and there are a lot of people even to this day that say, fuck Fuzz, man, I can't stand it. And that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. It took me a while. It took me a while for Fuzz to come around. I think it didn't, I was about 15 when I fell in love with Fuzz. It actually didn't take me a while at all. It's honestly, I remember finding the band, like even Jimi Hendrix when I was a kid, when I was really little. But it wasn't until I found the band Fu Manchu, I believe. No, Caius predated Fu Manchu, but Caius actually, contrary to belief, doesn't use a lot of fuzz. My first real like fuzz experience was Fu Manchu. If I'm really going to think about it, maybe Entombed, maybe. No, it's definitely going to have to be Fu Manchu. I think I was about 15 or 16 when The Action Is Go came out, and that album just changed my fucking life. Ever after that, I needed to hear more fuzz. I got into Doom when I was Doom and Van Rock / Stoner Rock and all that type of stuff when I was young. Sabbath was the first band, I guess, that I ever heard with fuzz. But I mean, I'm talking like maybe more of a modern band. But I guess for arguing, Sabbath was the first band I heard with fuzz. So, I mean, probably like most of us, really. What we got? Yeah, man, Bo, you did a good fucking job here, brother. Really good job. If you're in here, say hello, by the way. Say hi. Say how are you? This, by the way, I'm using in the rig right now in NAMU Universal. I'm using the Doom Tomb. This is a Hyperfuzz, a Boss Hyperfuzz clone, as seen in, or as heard in everything from Electric Wizard to Smashing Pumpkins to Monolord to everything else. Tons of bands that use that over the years as their sort of signature sound, because it really is a pedal, much like the HM2 from Boss, that as soon as you step on it, it takes over your entire guitar tone. Your amp and your cabinet become more about voicing this pedal's extreme kind of like tonalities. And you know, like I said, the amp and the cab just become about how you voice it and how you filter it out a little bit and how loud you make it. But really, let's be honest, the amp almost becomes moot when you're using pedals like the Hyperfuzz and the Hyperfuzz and the HM2 heavy metal pedal. Both, by the way, were absolute bombs for Boss. I remember like Smashing Pumpkins couldn't even sell the Hyperfuzz. And to this day, they are expensive to find. It's expensive to get your hands on an original Hyperfuzz. So Bo here built a clone that I think sounds absolutely fucking awesome. So you'll be able to check exclusively, as far as I understand, with the NAM toolkit that we'll be giving you. NAMU toolkit. Great job with this though, Bo. Really do, honestly. And if you guys know how complex the Hyperfuzz is, you'll understand that why there isn't a plugin out there, that there isn't one. There are, as far as I know, right at this exact second, there are three different companies, three different developers / coders, programmers, three people I know that are working on Hyperfuzz plugins. And one of them's been working on one for 4 years in his spare time. Because let's be honest, pedal plugins aren't really paying the bills for developers. These are just sort of throw them out there, and if people dig them, they dig them. You know, they're 20, maybe 30 bucks is all you can really charge for a pedal plugin before people start to complain. So really, if you're putting 4 years worth of work into this, it doesn't really even out, does it, as far as your return on the time that you put in. So this is something that he's working on very sparingly. And as far as I know, that, you know, I know developers that can knock out an overdrive pedal in a weekend. I know, honestly, there are developers out there that there are currently pedals on the market right now that I know developers built in a weekend, and they're really well enjoyed. But there are even amp sims out there right now that I know developers that built over the course of a week, and they did really, really well. So it's not, sometimes it's about like having an easier schematic or profiling something, etc. However, in the course of pedals, when you're trying to model a Hyperfuzz without using, you know, a capture or a profile or anything like that, you're doing it by the schematic, and you're doing it, you know, your own way. And as far as I understand, it is one of the most complex pieces of gear on Earth to model. And that's why you don't see one right now out there at all. The HM2, that's even a lot more simple, although that was thought to be at one point in time a little bit complex as well. But we know there are many of those out there right now. That's something we don't have as an HM2 in our collection here. And I could play a little bit of Smashing Pumpkins on this, but man, I don't need to. This thing sounds awesome. And I was just kind of showing you guys a little bit of the Doomability. We're going to go over to the Metal Tune Music and go over some of what he has offered us here. This is the Atmosphera. Gonna get through that. Crunch, Terror. Wow, this is gonna be a lot, isn't it? I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. So guys, I'm just gonna say it out loud. This file that I'm currently using is called Butt Pussy Full Tits. I'm sorry, that just nuked me for sure in some sort of an algorithm, but I had to say it out loud. That's what Fat Dracula gave me, and that is an orange OR120 clone called the BP. We're gonna call it from now on. BP is what I'm gonna be calling that, just because I don't think I'll get away with saying it more than once before something is gonna put a red flag on this video. Let's see what we got. Thank you so much to Seuss here on the staff. Metal Tune Music. Go and make sure you subscribe to their page as well. He and his boys and his little crew and everybody we have here on the staff has their own thing and their own YouTube and their own stuff going on. At least most of us do. And so yeah, as well as Philippe Priss, Pip Priss. Really? You're gonna die on me, Tuner? The tuna, not the tuna. Fuck, I love Abath. If you don't love Abath, I'm just gonna be honest. No, actually, I'm not gonna tell you to go fuck yourself because he is a he isn't very acquired taste. But if you don't like Immortal and Abath, man, you gotta like just how strange that man is. He's just gotta be one of the strangest human beings on earth. Go watch like interviews with Abath. Gosh, they gave me the opportunity to interview Abath or his guitar player, but Abath wanted to do it like in some sort of like a weird video thing. He wasn't comfortable doing like just the written and typed things. So his guitar player actually did an interview with us way back in the day when we were doing Honest Ampersand reviews. Really nice guy. He's still in the band actually. He's a hell of a shredder, although I don't recall his name off the top of my head. I just don't. And I feel bad about that because he was a really nice guy. I had the opportunity to chat with him a whole bunch. And is his name Christian? Christian, maybe? No, he's still in the band now, though. He's a redheaded fella. And he's an absolute shredder. But he's a multi-instrumentalist as well, which was really cool. I found that out about when I was researching him. He's got like this one-man kind of like folk group as well. That's really cool. There we go. That's the Hyperion is the one is the winner here. There it is. That's cool, man. It's amazing that you can do that with a capture. So I've got two captures from two completely different human beings on two completely different parts of the world put into one plugin, and I just made that for free. What a fucking world we are living right now. We are in the lap of luxury as musicians, creators, guitar players, bass players, pianists, keyboard players, whatever it is that your thing is right now. We are in the lap of luxury. There are so many developers out there that are releasing things for free. This is only just like if you're out there right now watching this thinking, oh, what else out there could be free? I know there are NAMM nerds like myself that really haven't messed around with much outside of NAMM, and that's okay. That's fine if that's your thing. But there's guys, even if you're trying to stay free, and I'm not interested in paying for anything. NAMM is free, and I like it because it's free, and Tone Hunt is free, and that's what I like. I just like that. That's fine. I appreciate you, but you really need to look and open your eyes to the other stuff out there that's out there for free, like the Audio or the L12X or the Ignite Amps Emissary or the Imbrini Audio Crunk, or just so many different plugins out there that are just different. They're fully modeled amps that are absolutely terrific. So don't forget, if you're watching this right now and you're really interested in freeware, and you're probably watching this because you're interested in freeware, don't forget about the amazing stuff that's out there that's outside of Tone Hunt. Okay, if NAMM is your thing and Tone Hunt is your thing, and that's all numero uno, 100% respect to you. But don't forget, there have been people out there putting out amazing freeware for over a decade. For example, the Ignite amp stuff from over a decade ago. We talked about the Nick Crow Wagner Sharp earlier today. That thing is 100% free and 100% incredible as well. So just make sure. Ooh, getting a little saucy here with a Bon Jovi cover. One of my favorite covers, actually. But don't forget just to make sure that you're aware of all the freeware that's out there right now. All right, let's get to a little bit more of what are you guys thinking? Who we got here? Hey, got Eddie. We're gonna be shutting it down here in a couple of minutes, guys. Thank you so much for being here. There's 10 folks in here right now, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Even if not everybody is interested in chatting with us, and that's cool. I get it. Maybe English isn't your first language. Maybe you're not comfortable. Maybe you're not comfortable just typing in the conversation. Maybe you've just jumped in. Maybe you're lurking. That's okay. We appreciate each and every one of you. But like, subscribe, please do, because that's another reason we're doing this. We're doing this to help kind of grow our YouTube a little bit too, organically. We want people to come see us because they wanted to, not because someone told them to come see us. Find out about us like on the low, and if this is how you find out about us through this plugin, this is simply a kindness from us to you. We really, none of us are getting paid out of this plugin. It's just something we wanted to put out there. It helps Chris at Wavemind, so please make sure you go over and check out everything at Wavemind. New developer, but I'm telling you, new developer, but he is doing things the right way. The amp suites, if you're curious, are modeled after one specific amp, and they go into realism and authenticity, whereas the tone suites, a little bit more like the Archetype series from Neural DSP, where there are a lot of Franken amps involved. There might be some other stuff going on. He's got some amazing signature stuff that's going to be coming out over the course of the next year and a half. Man, he's racking them up, guys. And he's got that, plus some other really cool stuff out, plus hopefully an update for NAMM Universal right here. So we can't wait for all of that. This is exactly, man, this is absolutely killer. I want a Hyperion. Ooh, that's filthy. Holy. I can't remember that song very well. Absolutely love this cover. It makes me happy. Let's do it. It's a Ukrainian band. It's a Ukrainian band, and or band from the Ukraine rather, and they're wonderful. I can't pronounce the band name whatsoever though. Yes, I agree that Chris, he's got some fresh ideas. He doesn't want to come in and do just what another developer is doing. Yes, you're like, well, you just compared his new suite to yeah, okay, but it's different because what I'm just saying, I'm comparing that he's doing, yeah, sure, he's doing some of that, but he's also doing some stuff that's maybe a little bit different. And the way that you guys are going to see some of this stuff that's like when have you seen for example, when have you guys seen a signature plugin that involved the bass and the guitar amp for that band? That doesn't happen all that often, right? I mean, sure, I think there's the Will Putney Tonality has one. I don't know how many others. So I think that's one thing you guys are going to be looking forward to in 2024 and 2025 moving forward is you guys are going to start seeing some band suites. You're going to start seeing bands compile things into one suite where it's like the bass player and the guitar player, and you might even see the drummer get taken care of in like a completely different plugin. We're going to start seeing more of that. I know at least 3 developers right now, 2 for sure, and 1 is working on it, that are working on full band plugins where like everybody in the band gets, like both guitarists, the bass player, everybody's getting something in the plugin, which is really fucking rad. And to me, instead of getting one guitar player that gives you three different amps of his choice, I think it's pretty rad that you would get an amp for the both guitar players and one for the bass player. That's an amazing, I love that. And it just goes to show that things continue to evolve, things continue to change in the amp sim industry, and I think we'll be seeing more of that this year. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for those, because hell yeah. Instead of hearing one person's take on 3 different rigs, 3 different, one single amps, you know, we're going to be getting the take on multiple members of the band. That is really cool. And that's something that we get, like, man, like I said, luxury, kings of the castle. This is amazing. And it's a great time to be a creator, a musician, anything of that kind. So I'm going to leave you guys with a challenge. Please go and check out everything that Wavemind has to offer. Please head over there and check out everything he's got going on for free and paid. He's got a bunch of freeware that you can check out. He's also got a pedal with Resington, a popular YouTuber. If you've ever seen his stuff, he's got a really cool pedal. It's, I believe, a DOD preamp with some little trickies going on in there. I believe that's free, and you guys can go check that out. So make sure you go and grab all the freeware, play around with it, get accustomed to the new developer, and be looking forward to some of the stuff that Chris is going to be doing in the not so near future. All right, so when I say not so near, I mean it's probably going to be a couple months anyways before another plugin comes to your from Wavemind. A few months maybe, who knows. Either way, you will be seeing a steady stream from Chris and his Netherlands-based company, and great. Thank you so much to Chris and all his hard work on NAMU Universal. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, for another probably a 2-hour stream where I'm going to check out some more of the rock type things, some of the clean tones, maybe some of the bass tones, and go over some more things. And we may come back at you with an update. There's a couple things I noticed tonight that I'm going to hit this little feedback tab here, and we're going to talk to our friend Chris about some of the things I noticed during the stream. I didn't draw much attention to it. If I noticed there was a bit of a bug, I just kind of went right by it, made note, and we'll figure that out later. So do be excited. Probably going to be about another week to 10 days, guys. I hope to have this in your DAW or on using the standalone ASAP. In the meantime, check out NAM. Make sure, if you haven't already, check out NAM itself. Go and check out Tone Hunt. Start yourself an account and start downloading captures, and you're going to have a ton of them by the time this comes out if you're heading over there right now and you've never been. All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate each and every single one of you, all the new faces that came out tonight. We've got 11 people here at the end of a 2-hour plus stream. That's amazing to me. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. We don't usually get big numbers in here. Them double-digit numbers. I really appreciate you, and I hope we can excite you with content in the future. I'm trying my best to post a little bit more often, and the pre-recorded stuff is on its way. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Tyler. Thank you for watching the Amp Sim show on the Amp Sim universe. We'll see you next time.